Hello there. Hey, Hamre. Hey, Vic. Hammer. It's been a long time, brother. But I needed time away because I don't know, man. Being in that nursing home, I since you met me, what I've been trying to do was see, I don't want to be anything extraordinary. I don't want to be better than anybody else. I just want to be content and happy. And I'm not hiding behind my wheelchair, but I wish, see, everybody else that we deal with is in a wheelchair, but everybody has a different condition. And people may speculate and say, he's similar to him, that one's similar to that one. But in reality, just like in regular life, people in wheelchairs and people with disability have different things. I've been through a lot since I left the nursing home. And while I was in the nursing home, I lost my grandma. I didn't hear from my family for a while. They were being a little funny. Not funny, haha. And I was just going crazy in that place. I'm almost 40 years old. I'm 37. My date of birth is December of 1981. Vic, when you called me when I was at school about a year and a half ago and you said, man, you got more problems than whatever. Hey, man, I wish I could trade the fact that you can move around. You don't need an aid. You have kids. And you have a wife. All I'm just looking for is someone to like me. Because I need help doing stuff and our disability is different. I'm kind of looked at, God forgive me, I know this word is not good. I'm kind of looked at as somebody that's mentally retarded. I have everything under the sun to get me in and out of bed. Hoyer lift, which is a sling. Some of the aides are skilled as just a pivot where they hug me and put me in the chair. Or we use the trapeze and they just grab me by my legs and I slide into my chair like an accordion Dukes of Hazzard style. And I also have a sliding board. But that's not the point. It's the type of group of people that I deal with. You have some that demand that I only have a motorized chair. You have some that, whether it's a motorized chair or manual, they don't want to do anything. I made a deal with this particular company that I'm with now called Fatmore Home Care. And they pretty much work with me when they bring in somebody new, that the aide that's been with me for the longest, the season one, will train that new aide and stuff. There's an issue now where nobody can go over 40 hours. So now one of my days have to be split in half between the two aides. It would be kind of hard if I have school and work or something like that. I only I look up to you guys because you guys don't let anything stop you. You guys don't let age stop you. You guys don't let disability stop you. And I'm even talking to Hamre. Because just because Hamre's not sitting in the chair, that doesn't mean he doesn't have problems. I'm reaching out to you, Hammer, and let me be honest. No offense to Mr. Vic here, but you haven't left my side at all. The other day I was crying because it's like, I bumped into so many people while I'm ripping tickets in the movie theater. People that I haven't seen in years, and there's some people in my heart that I miss desperately. And they're not here no more. And then I look at somebody like Victor, who I admire so much in the fact that he has had Jason for his friend for so many years. When I was in school, before I got my AIDS at 21 when I met you guys. And besides that, unless I was going to a doctor or school, that was the cutoff of my day, and I would go right back in the house. Unless it was up to Belinda and my other aunts and uncles that actually did something. I know, Vic, you always ask me for my parents, but believe me, I'm better fucking off, trust me. And they made me feel like a mistake because all my brothers and sisters walk and they all come from a different father. So I'm the loser because they're married, they have kids, they have girlfriends, they have cars, and I'm a nobody. I don't care about money in the sense I want enough money to do what I enjoy, to live, to have fun, but I don't care how many figures I'm making. It doesn't matter to me what education I have, even though I'm an educated man. And Hamre says he wants to know why I take school slowly. The reason why I take school slowly is because the home health aid and the government issue, the whole system is broken. And these guys just expect to sit down all day and do nothing and be on their phone. At least getting out there, yeah, most people are younger, but I'm also with different kind of ages, and then there's a lot of different programs in the colleges. And it gives me a sense of purpose to wake up in the morning. I am getting an associate's by the end of 2020. And then I'm continuing on and going back chasing my bachelor's, which I did. I took a U-turn and did the associates because of the fact that I wanted at least one diploma under my belt. And then I'm going back to the original plan. That's what keeps me alive. If anybody has any ideas as far as me playing a part in CSI, I'm not really meant for working, and the way my social security is, I'm a little scared for that. Even though I got the one day in the movie theaters, I applied to so many jobs this summer, and I hate apps that you have to put in your email and password because they're telling me things is not my password, which how could it not be my password when I'm the one made up the damn password? That's why I rather go by word of mouth on the job or one-off jobs because I got so much problems with Accessoride, and then if I don't have the money for the fare, and because I don't live with my family, and then on top of that, um, just in case I get sick or doctor's appointments and stuff, I don't want to make a steady thing because I'm not in control of my body as much as I would like to be, and I'm not controlling my environment like an aide. I was supposed to go somewhere. I was supposed to go to work, and the aide decided to skip out, and the agency were looking for him. He committed some kind of fraud. And then the guy that was still with me on the shift, I wasn't sure he was going to take me, and he was a little bit upset. Now, Henry, I'm going to be 38 years old by the end of the year. And I hope you and Vic don't look at me any different. I actually want you and Vic to look at me different in one way. Know that I'm not stupid and I'm not a kid. And a lot of people hurt me. Like, I even think about the times in United Spinal, all the people that used to send me cards and letters. And they're not around, and you guys are around, and a lot of them were fake. Vic, there's a lot of people that you liked in United Spinal that, quite frankly, Hamre didn't, and vice versa. And what I want you to know is that you guys were the constants. Whatever you think of me, I love you guys. Hamre, especially that day when I got stuck in one of the Christmas parties in the big Crown Plaza Hotel. And you said you would always be my friend and keep in touch with me. And that's what I told Belinda back 10 years ago when I started at the college. I said, I'm meeting a lot of good people, both all ages. And Belinda said to me, um, that's good. And then I said, but Belinda, I'm scared. What if these people don't stick around? And she said, and I'm not even bullshitting, she said, you have Hamre. Hamre will always be your friend. Vic, Hammer, I'm not lying to you. I'm scared that each year I'm getting older and I wish I was that kid that you met. I hope you guys don't judge me for age and you guys think of it as mind over matter. Hell, Hamre's been fucking gorgeous for the past 20 years. Like a Jersey Shore kid with his hair slicked back. Johnny Ace, baby. Johnny Ace. And Vic, I know you tease yourself about having those little gray streaks. And damn it, man, I have some gray streaks myself there too. But you know what? You're a fucking good looking bastard. And I'm so damn proud of you that you're doing what you're doing. Dude, man, I don't want to cry, but when I used to go play ball for you guys, I always looked forward to seeing you guys and seeing if you guys would crack out, would crack on me, just to make the day go by fast and we could bullshit with each other. Vic, I know I don't see you every day. I'm probably not a thought process in your mind. And I met your family. You have a couple sisters and stuff. But I want to tell you something today on. You always have a brother in me if you want it. Because yes, I have family members and stuff. I have PHP, the insurance, which is a managed care that is not doing too good to me, but I'm kind of stuck with it right now because I don't want to change. I have PCCS, but what I want to know is I have friends and brethren. And to me, you will always be that. And Hamre, it goes without saying. Whether I'm mad at you, whether I'm pissed off at you, Hamre, I love you to death, man. And I know, and I'm scared because I know you guys deal with a lot of people. So who am I? I'm just a peon in the mix. But I want to let you know, you guys are my ride or die, and I need you more than anything. You helped me out a lot because the old people did their very best, and I love them to death. My grandparents, my grandmother, since gone 2015, September 25th. My grandfather's still around. He checks up on me. He brings me food. He brings me money. And he asks about you guys now and again. You guys helped me out because a lot of times it wasn't easy dealing with elders. And they were very overprotective. And I know you guys wouldn't understand that. But they were. And I know that Hamre used to tell me, you know, It could be worse, and he would give me that look like, come on, you know. It could be you're lucky in a lot of ways. But Henry, what you don't understand, you was saying one thing and Vic was saying another thing. Vic was telling me I need to straight up because they're not gonna live forever, and you're telling me to just settle and take it how it is. But in a way, I think you were both right. But I wasn't allowed any visitors in my home. Probably only you and Vic and Chris Noel. And that's one of the reasons why when I did all my operations, I decided to move out because I couldn't take it anymore. But in the mix of all this, I thought my family was going to fight it. But since, unfortunately, really unfortunately, because I give anything to have her back, we lost my grandmother. So the family sort of gave up. And, but listen, I'm looking, it's like a Tupac song. I'm looking at the world through my rear view and I'm getting older and it's depressing me. I just want to have fun, man. I got so many aches and pains that I just want to be. And I just want to know that somebody likes me. I don't even want a wife. And I was thinking about having kids. I don't even want kids because I got to deal with so much shit on my own. I don't want to be a dirtbag like my mom and my stepdad. Not to say that kids are bad, but I'll always do so. I do charities and I help out kids and I'm a public speaker and I speak to kids. I just, if I'm not, how can I put this? If I'm not 100%, I don't want to put a kid through that. That's what I mean. But I will always help kids. I'm a number one kid. I'm the biggest 10-year-old ever. I had a rough upbringing. Now I feel guilty that I'm older, that I'm actually enjoying stuff. The only thing missing is a companion. I don't want a wife. I just want a live-in girlfriend, a steady girlfriend. For me, that's my wife. I could get whatever ring, put it on her finger and say, baby, you're mine. That's the type of shit that I do. Um, there were guys on the team that would make fun of me because I would try to be friendly with girls like Star or Felicia. And you got Dave Dietz talking all this ton of shit. And Hamre told me, sometimes you gotta do the measuring stick and say, this is worth this, and weigh it out and say, you're making, you're letting what people say affect you, no matter who it is. You gotta measure what it's really worth and take it for what it is, for the bullshit that it is, or the grain of salt that it is. Don't let Dave Dietz or anybody or even myself affect you. That's what Hamre told me. And I thank him for that because a lot of the guys would pretend like they're busy more than what they are, that they didn't have time for me. A lot of the guys threw in my face that they have a better condition than me. Dave Dietz has one problem, and I'm not picking on him. I'm just using him as an example. I picked on Vic enough, so I think it's time to pick on somebody else. No, I'm joking. Dave Dietz has one problem where he says you can't stoop to people's level and you can't hold a grudge because that's what I was raised in, blah blah blah. But yet, when we used to play ball, all he does is crack on people. He doesn't understand that it's difficult dealing with AIDS. He doesn't understand that it's difficult dealing with nurses. He doesn't understand that it's difficult dealing with um you know dealing with people in general, dealing with girls, making friends, Because I'll tell you one thing, I have more acquaintance than I do have friends. Like I said, I was ripping tickets a couple months ago, and people came up to me, "Oh, Chris, I'll call you." And then week goes by, 2 weeks go by, a month, and nobody calls me. I thought that shit was gonna be finished when I was a kid. I thought people would stop being full of shit once they reach adulthood, but it seems to get worse. I find myself begging for more friends than I did when I was a kid. And it hurts. And I don't know what to do. And, sometimes I have aides that are double my age, and I feel like I'm the old man. Even though the coordinators say, he's a young guy, which I still am. I'm not their age, but I'm still a young man nonetheless. And I feel depressed when that happens. And like Belinda said, you gotta let that shit go. And it doesn't matter. At least you have help. And not everybody's gonna be the same age. And it's not even about age, it's about how you carry yourself. First of all, the whole family doesn't look their age. We all look younger. And it's a state of mind. Well, I'm here to say that, I love you guys. Henry, the things that I deal with, like, let's say, what's her name? Donna Fredrickson. It hurts because they all used to see me getting left by Accessoride. And almost the whole building would be closed because I would see everybody leave. But as soon as Donna got with them, it's like she drank the Kool-Aid. And it's hurtful. And she's a little bit snotty and disrespectful. Not to take, not to talk bad about your coworkers, but I remember what you used to say, John, when you used to come in from work when I wasn't there when you was working, and when I was there when you was working correction, and you weren't, and then I would leave you a message and say, John, the day went well, but I just got home like 7, 8 o'clock, and you would be like, what the fuck? And then I would say, I'm sorry, brother, man. And you would tell me, I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at the people that work here. You had Tom Scott, who I wish was still around. You had all these people, even Star. I thought that she was going to be a friend that was going to stick around. One thing that bothered me was one day I asked Andrea for her number. Because remember, I stayed behind like almost 6 months after you left, John. And she said to me, I said to her, she was on the phone with somebody. I said, can I have your number? She said, I don't feel comfortable giving out my number. Which I looked through my papers. She gave it to me a year earlier. And then she got back to her phone call and said, oh, it's just a member. Yeah, but you used to give me cards and letters and you made it like you were my biggest support system. Now all of a sudden, oh, he's just a member. Chris Pearson I used to like a lot. But I thought everybody thought I was crazy because they wouldn't take my ideas for face value for the magazine or a point of view of somebody with a disability. But I just want to say, no matter what I look like, no matter what my age, no matter what I have, no matter if I have a penny in my pocket or a dollar, please, I'm begging you, always be my friend. Because I'm seeing people come through my life like revolving doors, AIDS coming through my life like revolving doors, friends saying they like me and then turning their back. I almost cry every night, I swear. And it hurts. I just want to be happy. And I hope someday I find that special woman before I die. I just want to take it easy and chill and enjoy the rest of my life. I know I've been living for 30 something years, but my life feels like 130 years because 30 something years because of the simple fact that I've been pushed through the system. So many fatal and operations and all that. And I'm tired in this sense. Not sleepy, but I'm tired of all the bullshit. I just wish I knew that it'd be nice to know how much appreciated I am and to feel loved. Bye.